Here we are again, fellow Sharon Heights members. It's Steve Smith. This video, number 14, was recorded on the 5th of November, and we are really in the home stretch now. 15 holes are done and planted. 3 more holes, number 1, 9, and 10, still need to be completed, and then our range and short game areas need to be completed. We're going to start today's video looking at the newest construction first and working our way back to the completed holes. So here you go. We start over the 9th green. It has been completely rough shaped. You'll see a front bunker, front left bunker, plus 2 back left bunkers, wide open on the right-hand side of the green now, and a gorgeous look. Here's the range. Coming down the range, they've created 5 target greens for us. The first one you see on the close left is actually a 3-leaf clover. It's got a bunker in front of it and then clover leaves to the right, to the left, and to the rear. It's going to be a fun little target to hit at. Another small bunker by the back right. Then the other 4 bunkers, one right down the middle for practice greens, target greens, one right down the middle, another one down the middle a little farther as we start the upslope near the back of the range, and 2 more exist at the longer distances near the far end of the range where the elevation is higher. You also see our new poles for the new range fence. Those will be erected sometime later. Here we are on the first tee ground moving down the fairway. It's obvious that a lot of drainage and irrigation work has been going on underground in this first fairway area. You see the long line running straight down the fairway and the lateral lines connecting into it for a significant amount of drainage to keep this historically damp hole much drier. When we get down near the bottom of the first hole, you'll see that the fairway has been completed. It's actually been sand capped and it's nearly ready for seed. In fact, as we get close to the green, you'll notice there's irrigation running on the green down there. This green was planted by the time of this video, and we're starting to actually put water on the seed on the first green. The new bunkers look great with the sod around them, and very clean green surround, particularly front left. Our new irrigation system is performing incredibly well. You will notice around the course when you see irrigation, we weren't worried yet about watering into the bunkers. That all gets fine-tuned before we open the course for play. We've moved over to the 7th tee. A lot of work was still being done on the tee area. It's actually being done in conjunction with the entire 9th hole, but the fairway itself had been completed and planted. So once we get up to the fairway area, you'll see how the hydroseed is visible with its green colors. Water has been initiated for this new seed. There had not been a lot of grass popping out yet in early November, but it's on its way. Notice the beautiful hillside on the right with new landscaping, and they actually used a lot of sod along the steepest part of the right-hand rough in order to make sure that takes well on the right side of the 7th hole. Very clean look up over the new bunkers to the new green. Very clean look all the way around the back of the new 7th green. We move over to the 8th tees. They're completed and planted. The cart path is completed on the tee area for number 8. The lake's looking good. You see landscaping installed along the edges. The aquatic plants were not yet planted. Very nice landscaping on the steeper hillside to the right of the cart path now. As we get to the first part of the fairway, the most significant thing you notice is something you don't notice. There's no fairway bunker. The fairway is wide open off the 8th tee now. The whole look is much more open between number 7 and 8. We come farther down the fairway. You'll see the McKenzie bunker on the right-hand side, short of the green. New olive trees planted to fill in where we had a lot of dead redwood trees on the right-hand side. Cart path area had been created, but the path had not yet been poured. And notice how open this green is from the left-hand side now. The green front bunker has been moved over to the right, and the entire hillside slopes onto the green from the left side of that bunker. A new bunker in the back left of the 8th green. And here's some dramatic construction going on down number 10. Starting at the tees, you see a huge trench. That's the main irrigation line being installed for the 10th fairway. A lot of earth moving has taken place. If you look carefully on the left, a new berm has been built up over there by the beautiful oak tree, both before and after that oak tree. There's a new bunker cut at the right-hand corner where we have always had a bunker on 10. The combination of berm and bunker encourage us to play our tee shots left to keep them away from the trees and condos down the right-hand side. As we come over the hill, you're going to see a lot of drainage and irrigation trenching is underway for this downhill part of the fairway on 10. And then as we get to the bottom, very much like we saw on the first hole, the sand capping has been completed, and the last 150 yards or so of the 10th fairway are nearly ready for planting. Great look with the modified bunkers as we get closer to the 10th green. All of the final approvals for contours on the green were in place, and number 10 was going to be planted in the next wave. Now take a look at the grass that has already popped up on the 17th tees, fairway, and green. This had only been planted about 3 weeks earlier, and it's impressive how our great October weather has helped the initial germination and growth of the new seed. 17 looks terrific. New landscaping along the right-hand perimeter. You see the irrigation running. You see the bunkers. See the new green. You see the lack of bunkers behind the green, and actually the 17th green is considerably larger than it used to be. Coming off that green down to the 18th tees, you'll see again an impressive stand of new growth, both rye and bent grass on tees and fairways, rye in the rough. See the irrigation running. You see all along this hole new landscaping along the right-hand perimeter of the golf course to beautify all of those areas. Good example of what our new irrigation system looks like. New bunkers in the landing area for number 18. Passing those bunkers and heading up the hill toward the green. Beautiful view of the clubhouse. I think it's particularly interesting to note that the sun was lower in the sky. This was taken on the afternoon of the 5th. And we're starting to get some fall clouds. There's less sunlight, but it's a very nice look on the golf course in the later afternoons. The 18th green complex looks terrific. The bunker on the right is well short of the green. Green surround you can play off of on the right-hand side of this green. Challenging bunkers if we don't hit it on the green. Okay, now we've moved over to number 3. Number 3 is also growing a lot of grass, and you'll see that the cart path was finished here at the time of this video. 3 represents a great example of more openness, even though we still have plenty of protection from redwood trees that separate the 3rd from 5th fairways. You'll see a great example of a smoother fairway shape and a gently flowing right to left shape to the 3rd hole. New landscaping and mulch along the right-hand perimeter. Less humps and bumps in the fairway than we used to have. Part of the problem with those humps and bumps is they tend to collect water and create wet spots. Coming down the hill toward the second half of the 3rd hole, look at that view. Look how open it is over to the left. Look how open it is to the right. The cart path begins again and runs up that right-hand hillside. New bunker in the fairway, short of the green on the left-hand side, then a McKenzie bunker short right, and 3 greenside bunkers. Very good germination on this entire hole, even though it had only been planted about 3 weeks earlier, like others. We skip over to number 5. You see the fall leaves are covering the new tee grounds in some areas. Notice the short cart path that's a teardrop serving both people coming up 4 and then back down number 5. Landscaping has been initiated around the 5th hole on the, again, perimeters, but hasn't been completed yet. We come all the way down to the tee shot landing area, more friendly with only the 1 fairway bunker, and it's considerably shallower. If we get in there, we're going to be able to advance the ball generally farther than we could with our prior fairway bunkers on number 5. Second shot area for number 5 looks very clean. One of the great examples of improving a golf course by removing cart paths that cross fairways and run continuously along holes. This cart path doesn't actually start until you get up past the second shot fairway bunkers here. You can see the new cart path beginning over here on the right in this view. McKenzie bunker short left. On our new very clean looking green and green surround. Again, this is the upside down L with a diabolical small bunker in the corner of the L, but in general a more friendly area around the 5th green. When you look at it from behind, you see there's no greenside bunker on the right. And also notice how the fairway turf extends completely from the green over to the 6 tees. It doesn't have to cross a cart path anymore, and it creates a really clean look. We've hopped over to number 2, flying over the new second fairways. These are also growing new grass and looking good. The natural area still will have fescue grasses planted in them to create kind of a sparse but natural grassy look down in there. We get up over the green. We have an exciting new green shape on number 2, new bunkers. The look and feel of this hole, I think, is going to be a really significant improvement. We'll pop over and take a closer look at number 6. A very natural teeing ground, not a normal little square teeing ground there for the middle tees. The forward tees do have their own small spots. You see the cart path running. There'll be a bridge, then the natural area. You see a few tufts of natural grass have been added in the new natural area down in there. Come up to the green, you see a lot of grass growing. 3 beautiful bunkers around the green, much cleaner green surrounds. Notice that you also can walk straight from the cart path to the green and back instead of having to go around bunkers and walk onto the green from the front. And very, very open look with the redwoods gone and new sycamores planted in our natural area. To end the video, we're going to spend some time with an eagle-eye view of a lot of the finished areas on the golf course. The first view is over number 3 on the right, number 5 on the left. I think the redwoods look happier now that they are not quite so jammed together and competing with one another for everything from water to light and so on. And certainly the golf course views look different and really great. Now the eagle flies over the 4th and 16th tee grounds with a natural area. Coming on up those 2 fairways, you'll notice how these 2 fairways are connected both in the first part of the 2 holes, and then when we get up the last 100 yards or so, they connect again. But as we play these 2 holes, they look quite different when looking at the greens. The new bunkering that was created on the 4th hole changes the look of that hole fairly dramatically. Number 16 is similar to what we had before, and in both cases, the green surrounds are more friendly. Now we're up over number 11 and 12, 2 of the first holes that were planted. They really look enticing. You also see number 13 coming back along the left-hand side of this view. Remember, those holes were the first ones planted and they were only 2 months old, yet they look like they look in that view. Now we're over number 15, 16, 4, 17, and 5. The holes look great to the eagle eye. You can tell how the date of planting affects the amount of grass. Here's a closer view of the new landscaping on the hillside to the right of the 5th tees, tapering up toward the 17th green. That hillside will look a lot better than it used to. And we end up with the eagle flying over number 2 and number 6. This is an incredible view of that natural area. Looks pretty dramatic. If you can visualize what this area used to look like, you can see the differences. You can see how in our wet months the water will flow down through that natural area. There'll be a little creek that runs under the bridge, but the play of the golf course is going to be fantastic. So that's it for today. The crews are hard at it to finish up those last 3 holes of construction in our practice areas. Stay tuned. We'll show you more next time.